Yeah, everybody, getting pretty close to that time of the year where we're going to start cutting hay and getting ready to bale it and all that sort of good stuff. So me and Dad have come out the back. I've looked at a couple of hay paddocks. So we did that video a couple of months ago, a month and a half, whatever it was, where we come out and had a look. And yeah, we got Dad's opinion, so got him here again, and he'll have a bit of a talk about what he reckons and when he reckons we'll start sort of getting into it and whatnot. So I'll get him on.
G'day viewers, we're back out in this paddock again. We had another heap of rain last night, made it pretty wet again. But anyway, you can probably see the difference compared to what we were looking at here the last time. Like I said, we just needed some fine weather and dry weather to get the grass and everything up and running. Well, we got that, and it's turned out not too bad. I went for a ride on the motorbike through it this morning before Cam came out. There's still an area out in the centre of the paddock out there that still needs a bit of growing, another couple of weeks maybe. But this stuff here, there's a fair area of, might be 10-15 acres that we could cut now, because it's grown and matured a bit better than the rest of the paddock. So we'll see what happens towards the end of the week. We might get into this. We've also got some fat lambs that need marking too, so we're going to have to toss up which comes first. But we can't do anything at the moment because we had all this rain last night and it's wet underneath, and there's no good cutting hay and dropping it on wet ground, because it'll only go mouldy and it'll only start to rot then, which is not much chop. So it's pleasing to see in comparison to what we saw when we come out here this last time. It looked pretty ordinary that last time, but now it looks pretty good. So we'll keep you informed as we go along as far as cutting and breaking and baling and whatever. So give us a week or 10 days and we might see a bit of action here. So anyway, I'll leave you with it and give you back to Cam.
Alright, so we just finished looking at that paddock. Yeah, this week going to go into town and get some fingers for the rake. Had a look at it today, it looks alright, just got to replace some broken ones. It's no big drama, it's like a 10-minute job pretty much, it's pretty easy. We'll be getting the slasher out at some point. I think all we've got to do is just check the oils in the gearboxes, give it a grease, check tyres. Think we're going to fix up one of the panels on the back of it that got broken yet last year by a rock that went through it. That's not too bad, it's not too hard of a job. And then yeah, we'll get the baler out when we get a bit closer to baling. Yeah, but I'll put some of that work in the video if I get any parts. Got to mount a little Anderson plug on the back of the John Deere as well for the baler for the string feed out as well, so I'll put that in this video as well. Go get a relay and a switch and we'll wire that up and get that set up for when we need it. And yeah, that'll be pretty much it. So I'll come back at you at some point during the week when I've got all my bits and ready to do some work. Morning everybody, working on the John Deere today. Gonna do what I was saying on the weekend about putting that Anderson plug on the back. Reason for that is need to be able to hook onto this one on the baler, and that runs the string feeder. So when I picked up all my parts yesterday, yeah, got the switch, rock switch, Anderson plug, got a fuse and a relay. And what the plan is, gonna hook it up in the dash into one of the little spots where you can put plugs. It's got a heap of blanks, so hopefully it'll fit in there nicely. Hook up all my relay, my wiring, and then yeah, run the wiring at the back and set up the Anderson plug. Hopefully that doesn't take too long, and because after that went and bought a heap of new fingers for the rake, so hopefully I can get them over as well, get that done as well. But that's a pretty simple job and pretty quick. So yeah, I'll start ripping this dash apart and yeah, we'll crack into it. Okay, I've just sort of roughly set up my wiring on the switch and the relay, and I just wired in a fuse to run it all. So I'll show you what I've got. So this is sort of what it's going to look like. So up here at the switch, we've got here, this one is power in, then we have earth wire, and the one that connects up to the relay is the power from the switch to the relay to obviously power that one. Then at the relay we've got power in, which is just going to hook up to the same power as the switch, and that'll be the common power to both ones. The earth, and then I've still got to make the wire which will go out to the Anderson plug, but I'll do that when I've got everything set up. So I'm going to wire all this in, and then I'll check just make sure I've got power going where it needs to go and that everything is working correctly. So I'll be back at you in a minute. Alrighty, just got it all hooked up where it's meant to be. Still got to run the wire for the Anderson plug to that one on the relay, but yeah, the switch is all mounted up in there. So when you put the switch on, light comes on there, so I know that's on. So that's all good. So now I'll route me wiring for the Anderson plug and mount all that up. Alright, so I just finished hooking up the wire for the Anderson plug to that relay. So, and I've got that earth in the cabin as well. So what I'm going to do now is screw my Anderson plug onto this panel here, and then hook all the wiring up, and then I'll tidy up these wires. I'll zip tie them up somehow, maybe see how we go, try and get that all nice and tidy, and then we'll be ready to test it. Alright, there's the Anderson plug all hooked up. So what I'll do now is I'll make a couple of holes, and then I will just bolt it up on there, and then we'll be ready to test it. Okay, got this all up and secured. I'll drill a couple of holes and whack a zip tie there, and then they can just hold all that tight, just sort of weaves over those couple of nuts there, but I think that'll be pretty right. So drill 2 holes and whack a zip tie, and then she should be right to test. Just finished up doing the Anderson plug on the John Deere, so that's all ready to rock and roll. So now I'm gonna rip it into the rake, start replacing those fingers. So that shouldn't take too long. It's pretty simple, just undo a couple of nuts and pull the old ones off, chuck the new ones on. So I'll smash that out, and then that'll probably do me for the day. Okay, just about to start replacing these busted fingers on the rake. So I'll show you what I'm doing. So now see up here, got one here that's busted. So what I've got to do is undo a couple of nuts and the bolts. They have like a little plate that holds them on, and then you just feed them out. Sometimes you have to take off more than one plate to get them in, because they've got this hook on the end and they all sort of interlock together. So here's all the new ones anyway. So I'll start replacing all these old ones. I think there's about 25 broken ones. So it shouldn't take too long to do. So we'll crack into it. Okie dokie, just finished up on the rake, just smashed that out. Yeah, that's pretty much me done for the day, I think. So the rake's ready, the tractor's got that Anderson plug ready to go. I had it hooked up to the baler. There's some sort of problem with the electric motor on the baler that does the string feeder. So me and Dad will have a look at it on the weekend. Yeah, hopefully it's nothing major. So then all that's left really is that, the slasher. What we're going to do is bring that out, check the oils on the gearboxes and grease it, and Dad's going to do a little welding job on one of the paddles for it. So yeah, that's not too much left to do, and then hopefully within the next few weeks we are cutting some hay, because Dad says, yeah, as Dad said earlier the other day, that some of it's ready to go. Some need like a couple more weeks just to come through a little bit, but yeah, there's quite a bit to do. So we will be at yous when we start doing all that. So thanks all for watching. See you on the next one.